Good morning, afternoon, or evening. How y'all doing today? Welcome back to Mr. Morrell's Algebra 1 and 2 class. Today we are going to continue with conic sections, and we're going to talk about ellipses. An ellipse is a conic section which has a collection of points in a plane where the sum of the distances of two fixed points called the foci is constant. Okay, where the sum of the distances from two fixed points called the foci is constant. All right, let's take a look at this ellipse. Let's see the major parts of it, okay, because there's actually two types of ellipses. You can have a wide ellipse like this guy, and then you can have a narrow ellipse going up and down, which I'll show you now in a second. But let's just go ahead and go one by one here. First of all, as you can see, the shape is, it looks like a circle, but it's not. It's wider. This is called an ellipse. There are two vertices of the ellipse. How do I know it's the vertex? The vertices of the ellipse belong to the points on the graph that are furthest apart from each other. Do you see how this is farther apart than this guy? Okay. That long, the furthest apart section is called the major axis. And the major axis has a length of the absolute value of 2 times the A value. And the A value is the vertex. So if the A was 5, the major axis would be 10. So the major axis is 2 times the A. And the points at the end of the major axis are called the vertices. Are you with me there? Okay. Now, there are two other vertices, my friends. And these are the points that hit the y's. These are the y-intercepts. Okay. We know that these are the co-vertices because they are a less distance than the major axis. So since these are the co-vertices, it is called the minor axis. And the minor axis, the length of the minor axis is found by taking the absolute value of 2 times B, as in boy. Okay? And then, just like on the parabolas, my friends, you're going to have two foci in this case. And the foci, the focus, is negative C0 or C0. Okay? And that is an ellipse in a nutshell. You ready to move on? See how this works? Sir, my brother. Okay, yeah, this is, I'm sorry, that's the center. That's the center. It's not always going to be there, no. No. You'll see now. Remember, my center is HK, like always. But I'll show you now what happens. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. Okay. Now, let's take a look at each particular type of ellipse. The formula for an ellipse is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals 1. Okay, now, there's a squared here and a b squared here. Let me explain this very carefully, very clearly. When the a is under the x, your x-axis will be the major axis. Are you with me? Because the a belongs to the major axis. So when a is being divided to x, that means that the x-axis is where you're going to find the major axis. It's going to be a horizontal ellipse. Are you with me? Okay. The b belongs to the minor axis. So that means the minor axis will be vertical. You with me there? Okay. That's the hard part of this, in my opinion. Now, as you can see, A will be greater than B. Why? Because the A is the major axis, the B is the minor axis. So the major axis will always be larger than B. Okay? Now, how do you find the C? It's not the Pythagorean theorem, but it's darn close. C squared equals A squared minus B squared. The major axis in this particular case is parallel to the x-axis. I already explained why. The foci, H plus C, comma K, and H minus C, comma K. Remember that you have two foci. Okay? The vertices, it's H plus A, comma K, and H minus A, comma K. Remember, you got two vertices. And the co-vertices is H, comma K plus B, H, comma K minus B. Remember, you've got two co-vertices. Remember that the length of the major axis is absolute value of 2A. The length of the minor axis is absolute value of 2B. I promise you, it looks crazy, but I promise you, it's not that bad. Sir, these are the formulas when you have the length of the major axis is parallel to the x-axis. When A is greater than B, okay? A is greater than B and it's over the x. These are the formulas for an ellipse that has a major axis that is parallel to the x-axis. Now, the other parabola. Notice here what happens. Okay? A is still greater than B. But where is the A located this time? So that's why you're going to have a vertical major axis. You with me? Okay? And as you can see, the B, which is the smaller value, is over the x. So that's why you have a horizontal minor axis. Okay. C squared still equals A squared minus B squared. Nothing difference there. Whenever you have the larger value over the y, the major axis is parallel to the y-axis. And now your formulas that unfortunately you have to learn. Your foci is H, comma, K plus C and H, comma, K minus C. Please remember, you have two foci. Okay? Your vertices, H, comma, K plus A, H, comma, K minus A. You're going to have two vertices. And you're going to have the co-vertices, H plus B, comma, K, and H minus B, comma, K. Remember, you're going to have two co-vertices. So, a couple things I want to point out to you. If you notice, when the major axis is parallel to the x-axis, the foci, the k's are constant, the vertices, the k's are constant, and the co-vertices, the h's are constant. It's reversed for when the major axis is parallel to the y-axis. When the major axis is parallel to the y-axis, the foci have a constant h, the vertices have a constant h, and the co-vertices have a constant k. So they are completely reversed. So, if you learn one and you know that they're reversed, you've learned both. Okay? Are you guys with me so far? I know there's a lot to digest. Okay. Let's continue nice and slow. We got plenty of time. Okay. Let's do it. Are you ready for me to just blow you away? Ready? I'm just going to blow you away right now. Okay, first of all, the major axis, okay, is this going to be on the x-axis or on the y-axis? X, because that is bigger, right? So, what is my A here? 5. So my major axis is 10, right? Because my A is 5, because of square root of that. What is my minor axis? My B is 3, so my minor axis is 6. Very good. What is the formula for the vertex, for the vertices? There's two vertices. What is the formula for the vertex of uh, of an ellipse with a major axis on the x-axis? A comma H comma H comma K plus B. Okay, what's my H here? What's my H? 0. What's my K? 0. Okay, so it's going to be 0 comma K plus B, so 0, 3. Okay, with me here? It's H comma K plus B. That is correct, right? Okay. Huh? No, not co-vertices, guys. The vertex. What is the formula for the vertex? H plus comma K. Okay, thank you guys. You have the formulas in front of you, okay? And it's also going to be H minus A comma K, correct? Okay, so what is my H plus A? 5 comma, and then negative 5 comma 0. Okay, the co-vertices. What is the formula for the co-vertices? What is it? H comma K plus or minus B, right? All right. So my co-vertices in this case are going to be H, which is 0, comma 3, and 0, comma negative 3. Right? Okay. Now I need to find my C. C is C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So C squared equals 34. So C equals the square root of 34. That's minus B squared. Yes, thank you. So it's A squared minus B squared. Thank you, son. So that's a 16, right? So C squared equals 16. So C equals plus or minus 4. Okay? Actually, not plus or minus, just plus. Now my foci. What's my foci formula? H plus or minus C, comma K, right? Because you're going to have 2. So H plus C, you got 4, 0. And then you've got H minus C, negative 4, 0. Now, my HK is my center. That's 0, 0. My A is 5, so my major axis is 10. So I'm going to go 5 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because that's my vertex. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right. My B is 3, so I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go ahead and connect these dots. And I'm going to go ahead and put in my foci, which is 4, 0 and negative 4, 0. And I'm done. And I'm done. And I'm done. Now, sometimes people don't really remember these formulas, and it gets a little complicated for them. So let me try to help you out a different way. This is what I can do sometimes. Still got to memorize the formulas, but hopefully this will help you a little bit. Right off the bat, H is 0, K is 0, A is 5, B is 3, C we figured out already is 4. Okay? You with me here? Check this out. In a pinch, you could do this always if they just tell you to simply graph. If they're telling you to write equations, then you're going to have to look up the formulas. But if they're telling you just to simply graph, check out how awesome this is, guys. My center is 0, 0, right? Don't I know that my major axis is on the x? So I go 5 to the right, 5 to the left. My minor axis is 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you've just graphed it without having to fill anything in. Now you can fill in the blanks. That's 5, that's 10, that's 9, that's 6. The vertex is negative 5, 0, and 5, 0. It's right there. We know the B already. The co-vertices, we got them right here. 0, 3, 0, negative 3. The C we already found. And the foci, that's the one you do have to remember. But the foci, again, is H plus or minus C, comma, K. So in this case, it's 4, 0, and negative 4, 0. So really, if they ask you to graph, you really have to just memorize the foci. Sir. I'm sorry, my man? The equation is already given to you, son. I'm sorry? Are you saying, am I going to ask you to write the formulas down? Okay. Okay, so if you think about it, let me know, Papa. Yes, sir. The foci. C is used for the foci. This is H plus C, comma K, and H minus C, comma K. The C helps you get the foci. The A helps you get the major axis. The B gives you the minor axis. The C gives you the foci. Thanks, Papa. Yes, sir. Why do we find the foci? Okay, because in the original definition of an ellipse, it's the sum of the values from a fixed point to the foci are always equal. So you need that foci to prove that it is a foci. Okay? I mean, yeah, an ellipse. Okay. Now here, where's my major axis? It's the y-axis, okay? Where's my minor axis? Okay. Before we do anything, let's just get some points across. H, K, A, B, C squared equals A squared minus B squared, right? I'm sorry. Wait, look what I did wrong here. This is my A, ding dong. B is 2. So C squared equals A squared minus B squared. So C squared equals 12. So C equals 2 square root of 3. We have every single thing we need now. We have every single thing we need. My A is 4, okay? So my center is HK, 0, 0. My major axis is on the y-axis this time, so I'm going to go up 4, down 4. Done. So what are my vertices? 0, 4, 0, negative 4. My B is 2. What are my co-vertices? 2 to the right, 2 to the left. So my co-vertices are negative 2, 0, and 2, 0. My C is 2, square root of 3. This is the only one you got to memorize. This is going to be, in this case, H, comma, K, plus or minus c, correct? Guys, can you verify that for me? Okay, so this is going to be 0, comma, 2 radical 3, 0, comma, negative 2 radical 3. But that doesn't make sense. Thank you. Thanks for verifying that for me, guys. What is it again, please? H plus or minus B, comma, K. Sorry. Thanks for verifying that for me, guys. I appreciate that. No, I want the vertices. The foci. I want the foci. 8, so it's exactly what I had said. Okay. So I got 0, comma, 2 radical 3, and 0, comma, negative 2 radical 3. Okay, so yeah, so 1, 2, 2 radical 3 is about here, down 1, 2 radical 3 is about here, and that's my ellipse. The foci will always go on the major axis 100%, sir, yes, brother. 100%. What do you think, guys? It's not bad, right? May I continue? Yes, sir, Papa. Yes, of course you could plug in the numbers. Of course. Okay, now, find the equation of the ellipse whose center is the origin with a focus of negative 2, 0 and a vertex of negative 5, comma 0. Okay, so first off, I have my HK, my H equals 0, my K equals 0, right? That's my center. But now, let's think about this. It says here that it has a focus at negative 2, 0 and a vertex at negative 5, 0. So on what axis is this going to be on? On the x-axis, right, guys? Because you have a negative 2, 0 is my focus, and a negative 5, 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is my vertex, correct? You with me there on this, guys? Okay, so that means that the other side of this would be over here and over here. You see what I just did there? Okay, so my major axis is going to be the x-axis. My minor axis is going to be the y-axis. Now, what is the formula for the foci of a major axis on the x-axis? What is the formula for the foci of a major axis on the x-axis? What is it? H plus or minus C, comma, K. Right? You with me here, guys? Isn't my H 0 and my K 0? So what is my C? No, it's just 2. My C is 2. You with me here? You promise? What do you mean, why? Thank you. Talk to me. Why what? Talk to me. No? You got it? Okay. My foci, we already know. It's negative 2, 0, 2, 0. Okay. My vertex is negative 5, 0. What is the formula for the vertex of an ellipse with an axis of symmetry on the x-axis? H plus or minus A, comma, K. H is 0 and K is 0. So what is my A? 5. Very good. What are my vertices? Negative 5, 0 and 5, 0. You with me? Now, how do I find B? Well, C squared equals A squared plus, minus B squared. So C squared is 4. equals a squared, which is 25, minus b squared. Subtract 25 to both sides. Negative 21 equals negative b squared. Divide by negative 1. B equals the square root of 21. So b is the square root of 21. What are my covertices then? I'm going to go up square root of 21 and down square root of 21. So it's going to be 0 plus square root of 21 and 0 comma negative square root of 21. You guys with me here? Yes, sir. You're going to estimate that. That's why you have a calculator. Okay? So now, what is the equation? Well, it's going to be x minus h squared, which h is 0. So x squared over a squared. Over a squared. What's a squared here? Plus y minus k, which k is 0, squared over b squared. What is b squared? 21. See that? Equals 1. That is my formula. What is the graph? We already have the major axis. So the minor axis is square root of 21, which is roughly like 4.7, something like that. So a little bit under 5. So 1, 2. So half of that would be like 2 point something, right? 2.3, 2.4. Wait, no, because I have a 2a. No. My b is so it's up like 1, 2, 3, 4, like about there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, like about there, and that's my ellipse. .6. Thank you. Yes, sir, my brother. Yes. It's always equal to 1. That is the formula. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The major axis is 10. Yes. From here to here, it's 10. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Remember, it's 21, but it's the square root of 21. What is the square root of 21? Put in your calculator. 4.6. So I went 4.6 above, 4.6 below. Does that make sense? Thank you so much for your honesty. Talk to me. Yes, sir, my brother. Yes, sir, my brother. H is 0 here. Why? They tell you the center is in the origin. 0, 0. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May I continue, guys? Okay. Let's continue. Now, in this case, I'm going to have to complete the square here first. Okay? I'm going to have to complete the square here first, and I'm going to have a 1 on the right side of my equation. So this is actually a quite fun little journey we're going to go through right here. Okay, so let's get the x squared minus the 4x plus b over 2 squared. Okay, this is going to equal over here. I'm going to bring over that 4. So minus 4, but I just added, so plus 4. Now the y's, plus 16. Wait, nope, wrong. I got to get rid of these first. So let's divide everything here by 16. So I got, actually, no. Wait, sorry. Having a brain fart today, guys. Sorry. Okay, let's keep that there. Now, for this guy alone, this guy here, the 2y, let's go ahead and divide this guy by 16. Okay, to both sides. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Everything is correct except for what I did there. Okay. You have 16y squared, 32y. I can't have a 16 here, so let's go ahead and make this guy x minus 2 squared. Take out this 16, making this a y squared plus 2y plus complete the square, 1 squared. That's going to equal negative 4 plus 4. Now, here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. See how I factored out this 16? See how I factored out that 16? Okay? I got to add that 16 over here. Okay? Huh? No, you don't worry about that. Because since you took out the 16, that supersedes the 1 squared that you took out. So what you have now is going to be x minus 2 squared plus 16 times y plus 1 squared equals 16. Divide both sides by 16, and you have x minus 2 squared over 16 plus y plus 1 squared equals 1. Yes, sir. I couldn't take out a 16y? No. Because if you take out a 16y, then you cannot complete the square here. Yes, sir, Adrian, sir. I'm sorry, my man? Because I factored out a 16 here. And what I factored out over here, I got to add over here. Sir. Does that mean B is 0? No. B is 1. Thank you so much for asking. Good boy. Good boy. We got time. We got another one. We'll do another one now. Yeah, let's graph it. That's easy. Let me write the equation real quick. So I've got x minus 2 squared over 16 plus y plus 1 squared over 1 equals 1. So now, let's go ahead and plug in all the values that we know. What's my h? What's my k? Negative 1. What's my a? 4. Very good. Who's the major axis here? It's going to be parallel to the x-axis. Good. What's my b? What's my c? Well, c squared, remember, equals a squared minus b squared. So c is going to equal the square root of 15. Does everyone see how I got my h, my k, my a, my b, and my c? It's a pain, it's long, but it's not difficult. Yes, sir. How did I get a is 4? That's a squared. Thank you, my brother. So the minor axis would be the y-axis if the major is the x-axis. Okay, my a is 4. So go to my hk, which is 2, negative 1. From there, if my a is 4, go 4 to the right, 4 to the left. You feel me? Yeah? So what are my vertices? My vertices are negative 1, 2, negative 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. 6, negative 1. So if you just move the points, you don't have to worry about the formulas. Yes, go ahead. My b is 1. Okay, my b is 1. So what are my co-vertices? I'm going to go up 1 from the center, down 1 from the center. So what are my co-vertices? 2, 0, and 2, negative 2. The c is the square root of 15. So this is the only formula you have to remember. What is the formula of the foci when the axis of symmetry is an x-axis parallel? H plus or minus C, comma, K. Very good. So in this case, it's going to be 2 plus or minus the square root of 15, comma, negative 1. So on your calculator, what is 2 plus the square root of 15? Should be like 8 points, or close to 8. What's it going to be? Yeah, what's 2 plus the square root of 15? No, that was a mistake. So what's 2 plus the square root of 15, guys? 5.9, almost 6. Okay, so we got 5.9, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.9, comma, negative 1. So it's like right here's the focus, like right there. And then it's going to be on the other side, negative 5.9, which is like over here. And then you graph. Talk to me, boys. It's not that bad, right? It's not that bad. It's a pain. It is a pain, there's no doubt, but it's not that bad. Yes, sir. Well, to the foci, I did the foci. For the A, I went 4 to the right of the center and 4 to the left of the center. Come again? Okay, guys, what is it? What's 2 minus the square root of 15? Thank you, guys. Okay, does that make sense? Anthony? Okay, let's graph it. What's my H? What's my K? Negative 1. What's my A? What's my B? What's my C? C squared equals 25 minus 16, so that's 9, so C equals 3. Is the major axis going to be parallel to the X or the Y axis? So the minor is Y. My A is 5, so my center, my HK is 3, negative 1. 1, 2, 3, negative 1. So my A is 5, so I'm going to go 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what are my vertices? No. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, negative 1. And also, negative 2, negative 1. My B is 4. So my covertices are going to be up 4 from the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, down 4 from the center, 1, 2, 3, 4. So my vertices are going to be 3, 3, and 3, negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My C is 3. My foci is H plus or minus C, comma K. So 3 plus 3 is 6, comma, negative 1. And 3 minus 3 is 0, comma, negative 1. So my foci is 6, negative 1, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, negative 1, and 0, negative 1. And that's my ellipse. Does that make sense? Talk to me, boys. I'm here for you. Yes, no, maybe, kind of, sort of. Okay. And that's it. All right. Let me find one more. Okay, guys. Let's practice the hardest one there is. Okay? Well, I know you're being sarcastic right now, But let's think about it, guys. Wouldn't you rather me give you a difficult one so that when you see it on a quiz or on a test or on a homework, you can say to yourself, oh, yeah, Moro has already prepared us for this. Okay? All right. So, first things first. Get the x's together and the y's together as always. So 4x squared minus 24x. Leave a space. Then I got the y squared plus 2y. Leave a space. I'm going to bring over the 63. Does everyone see that at least? Yeah? Okay. Now, I'm going to pull out a 4, right? So I got x squared minus 6x plus negative 3, negative 3 squared plus y squared plus 2y plus 1 squared equals 63 plus, okay, here we go, plus 4 times the 9. Because on the other 16, remember that our b over 2 was 1, right? So when you multiply 1 times 16, it doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything. So this is 4 times 9 plus my 1 squared. So this is going to be 4x minus 3 squared plus y plus 1. And this is going to equal, what's 36 plus 63 plus 1? Come on, guys, a really pretty number. It's 100. Are you guys with me here? Yes, sir, my brother. The 9, okay. I factored out this 4, right? You with me? That 4 has to be multiplied to the b over 2 squared that you added. My brother, this 4 you factored out has to be added to that b over 2 squared you factored out. Yes. Shh. Well, because it was a 1. Because 1 squared is just 1. Okay? Thank you. I'm sorry about that. So this is squared divided by 100. So there's going to be x minus 3 squared over 25 plus y plus 1 squared over 10, over 100 rather, equals 1. Talk to me. Talk to me. I'm here for you guys. Okay, and then if you wanted, if they ask you, we can graph it. Look, what's the major axis going to be in this one? Exactly. The minor will be the x. What's my h? What's my k? What's my a? 10. What's my b? My c would be 100 minus 25. So c squared equals square root of 75, which is going to be 5 square root of 3. Right? So then, if we had it real quick, my center is 3, negative 1. 3, negative 1 is right here. That's my center. Go up 10. Let's just say that was up 10, down 10. My minor is 5. Let's just say that was right 5, left 5. That would be my ellipse. And then, of course, all you would need is your foci. Okay, guys? Guys, thank you for your patience. You were amazing. Take your time. I know it's tough, but you're going to do it. God bless you. Have a great day. Thank you.